giving something away. My tripod is in the background. I'll just remedy that. Sometimes in my shot, you'll see my tripod in the background, and that's just a mistake. That's just a mistake. I mean, I've seen mistakes before. And, there is a person on a movie set or a television set that their job is continuity. They're the continuity person. And even they make mistakes, even when there's like somebody with the full-time job of making sure. And in the case of my videos and so many other YouTubers, of course, most homesteaders and many of the YouTubers have a partner, either their spouse or a friend or a brother or sister or something, like Silhouette, for example, at Suburban Homestead. He has a wonderful channel. He's so talented as an editor and a musician and a filmmaker. He makes beautiful filmic videos with deep research, and I actually haven't connected with him lately. But his sister's a musician, so they collaborate, and it's just me here, folks. If you see a mistake, it's because I made it and because I was rushing, either in shooting or in editing, because I had already been standing at the computer for 7 hours or something. So anyway, how is everyone? I'm very interested to see who's able to join. I almost think this is too high, and I'm wondering if it needs to come down. I'm using a different table today. And of course, you can never see what it looks like until you go live, because it's just dark gray. It just seems like that's something that Google could easily remedy, since they're always changing everything around. Hold on. I hope you don't get dizzy. Let's see if this is better. How did I do that? Okay, there we go. Okay, now that seems too low. But anyway, we're going to keep it right there. And I have just asked, welcome everyone to my channel. If you've visiting for the first time, I hope you stick around. We have a wonderful group that joins in for live streams, and we all contribute in some way or another to gardening, homesteading, just being positive and hopeful in life, and really support one another. So, and let me just kick that off by saying, now I think it's too low. What do you guys think? Maybe I was too low. Oh gosh, I'm not happy. All right, so Idaho is in the house. Yes. I just talked to my friend in Idaho, and I really want to go there. Let's see. Yes, Daryl has something to add when more people are signed on. We want lots of people to hear this. I will start off by, guess what oil I'm using tonight? And it matches my shirt, frankincense. I am a Young Living rep, and I have been for many, many years. And I haven't been working my team and doing all that. I still have a couple of people underneath me. Oh my gosh, that is so fantastic. But you see, I have my hands full here. So, and you see, I don't know anybody here. A little bit of a problem. So tonight I am drinking chaga and kombucha mixed together. And I've had it in the refrigerator, so it's nice and cold. I've got a nice, beautiful, warm fire going. Let's see if I could just swivel this around so you could see. I don't know if I can do that. My light would have to get... Let me see if I can do that. No, there's my tripod again. It wants to be in the shot. It's desperate to be in my shot. Well, anyway, I have a wonderful fire going, and I was going to turn around the other way so that you could see my fire over my shoulder instead of my Christmas tree. And I said, gee whiz, I mean, I'm going to have a fire all winter, and I'm probably going to be sitting right here for live streams all winter. So that won't be here all winter. So I've got that in the background still. The sound is going in and out. Anybody else reporting on the sound? Andrzejana is here from Serbia, I believe. Let me see who's here, who has checked in. Obviously, not everyone has checked in. If you are here for the first time, we love you. We love for you to check in and say, hi, I'm Mary from Maryland, or whatever, or wherever you're from, especially different countries. Patricia, one of our moderators, keeps track of that. Maddie is here from Iceland. We have Jamela from Trinidad and Tobago. They're always here, and it's fantastic. And I appreciate all of the regulars making the switch from tomorrow to today. And Crafty is here from Florida, and Claudia's here. Let's see. And Krista is here from Australia. How are you doing down there? How are you doing down there? Susie is here. I want to always say Susie is from Georgia, but I think I'm wrong. I think I just have a brain fog on where you're from, Susie. It's either Alabama or Georgia, or I'm way off base. Very often when I get an idea that I know something, then that's, even if I'm corrected 10 times, that's what sticks in my head. Let's see. Okay, what's the latest on the sound? Is it okay? Thank you, Julie. I try to be real. I really do. I'm an actor. And so, just by nature, I have to fight against my presentational nature of doing everything. And someone was kind of made a criticism of one of my cooking videos that they didn't use that word, but it was strange because, cooking videos are very hard. So let me just tell you, when you see a cooking video and it looks like $1 million and it just goes like that, and they either have a really big channel and a production team, or they're working their tail off, believe me, because every time you cook anything, there's a mess, a spill, a drip, a smear, and very often there's all that to start with, and you've got to clean all that up just to even start to shoot. And then there's all the lights. You got to move the lights all around because food has to look lit and pretty and all that. Just imagine. I mean, I used to do all these ads in New York. I was a commercial model. So I would, and I actually made good money doing that. But I left New York, and when I went out to LA, they had a whole different standard. They didn't want to pay people. So that went out the window. But anyway, you go in these sets, and very often you're dealing with food, and there's food stylists, and then they're spraying it, and they're doing this, and they're doing this, and everything is perfect. And if you're eating in a commercial, like I did chocolate candy commercials, and I did 2 Kentucky Fried Chicken commercials, and I did a commercial where, what were we selling? Some kind of antacid, I think. Pepsid AC, that's what it was. And fortunately, I was the mom driving the car through the drive-in, and the gal riding with me, she had to eat the onion rings. And I thought, oh my gosh, if I had to eat onion rings and spit them out for an hour, terrible. I'm off track here. Let's see. Boots on the ground. Yeah. Ramblin' Rose is here. Haffy is here. Let's see. All of the above, Eunice Smith. Hello, where are you writing from? Or where are you watching from, I should say? And I'm assuming your name is Eunice. 54 of you are here. Please hit the like button right away if you don't mind, because that helps the YouTube analytics. I know you hear that from every content creator, but it really does help. And if you don't know how to do it and you're on mobile, you just click off the live chat for a second. Don't leave the live, just the live chat window. Hit that button and then click back on the live chat. The 2 buttons are side by side. Real easy. How you doing, Brian? I haven't heard from you in a while. Edwin is here. I don't know why that is, Edwin, unless you're mentioning, I don't know. I don't think you mentioned anything that's being censored. So many things are. We have to be very careful about what we say. I'm sure that you've seen that from other channel owners. Gina is here. Fantastic. Jack Rudden is also a monitor, and he's also my personal meteorologist. And he informed me today that we're going to get more snow. You haven't seen the snow video yet, but you will. It's going to be called Kitty's First Snow. Hopefully I'll get some views on that. People love kitties, so hopefully that'll land. You know, you never know if you've got a good title or not until you put it out, and if in 2 hours that thing is not going like that, if it's going like that or like that, you didn't get a good title. And that happens to me a lot. But anyway, I don't know, Edwin. I really don't know. Let's see. It could be there all winter, LOL. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Eunice, but I don't think he is, Daryl. Let's see. Pennsylvania, fantastic. I meant to call Tracy. I hope Tracy saw the message. This was a last minute thing that I decided to do last night. I'm going to tell you in a second why. 59 of you are here now, 58, 59, 58, 59. And 30 of you have hit that like button. Really appreciate it if you do hit the like button. It helps YouTube recommend the live while you're doing it, not after it's over. Let's see, Rose is here, sunny but chilly in Fort Worth. And John Haffenecker's here, terrible fire in Colorado recently. I don't know if that was anywhere near you. I didn't really follow it. I heard certain things, then I heard other certain things. And so I don't know what the truth of all that was. But maybe somebody else says, Georgia, I am right. Thank you, Susie. It's been a while. Sherry Eisenbeiser. Did I say that right? Sherry Eisenbeiser? Eisenbeiser. Welcome back, Sherry. Thank you so much. Let's see. Sound is good. Sounds fine. Claudia. Thank you, Claudia. Charlotte Cheek is here from Northern Kentucky. Fantastic. Ginger Rogerson from South Carolina. Fantastic. And good, Krista. That's fantastic. Hopeful is good. We want hopeful. Okay, how many people have noticed already that I have new glasses? I'll look for a show of hands. How many people noticed that I have new glasses? Next question. Are they okay? I mean, they didn't have a huge selection, let me just say. And I didn't want something like that, that's really, that really, you see that first and then you see my face, because I'm very, very fair and my eyebrows almost disappear. And I just didn't want some big, Magoo things going on. So let me know if you think these are okay. Marley 1 is watching one of my videos and not on my live. Let me just send him a message quick. He's in Illinois. Typo. Let's see. Fat thumbs. Good grief. Oh my gosh. I shouldn't try to do this. Sorry. All right. Enough of that. Okay, let's see. Brian is asking if Lyndon, my indoor 17-year-old cat, has met the kittens. Well, first of all, did you say kitties or kittens? They're no longer kittens. They are full grown, and 2 of them are overweight. Okay. And I feed them all the same amount, and 2 have just, and I don't think it's because they're doing that much hunting. They were, but now I think it's a metabolism thing. I don't know. It's really interesting because I've never had a litter before, and two of them are from one father and two are from another father. And I don't know if you are aware that cats and dogs, if they have a litter, they can come from different fathers. And two of them, and I know who these, I know the father of one of them, and I never saw the other one, but he was described to me. And so it's funny because you would think the characteristics of the one set would be, in other words, Tiger, who belongs to the one father, and Spot, who belongs to the other father, are the ones that are really, I think they're overweight. And I feel like if I took them into the vet, she would tell me so. But they're free to hunt. And so, but Patch is the slimmest and most independent and smallest. But man, she goes out hunting, and she's the last one to come in. And today she came in with I was out getting wood, and she went right by me with something dangling from her mouth. And I didn't get a good look at it. I said, "Don't take it in the garage." Boom, in the garage. Ooh, fires were that close to you, Happy. Wow, that must have been scary. So anyway, Brian, BJ she ran in the door. She just runs in the door without being invited. And Lyndon is sitting there like a sphinx. And normally BJ would be friendly and inquisitive and all that. And she just ran into this wall of, and she backed down. I was surprised. She kind of hunkered down and kind of thought, well, maybe I better not, Lyndon is not friendly. It's too late for all that sort of thing. Okay, Todd is here from Texas. Yay. Which story was I telling that was funny? I don't even remember, Julie. About the food, the food commercials. Yeah. Slow-mo is here. Well, that's good, Slow-mo. I'm wondering how long it was, because sometimes it takes hours to make something. And I always say to myself later when I'm trying to edit and I'm trying to keep a video short, to around 10, 12 minutes, I go, Kaye, why did you talk through that? Just put a title on the screen. Why did you talk? Because half the time you can't hear it that well because you're stirring or beating or mixing or this thing or that thing. And it's just like, oh, wow. Now, Mary's got it down. I just want to give a big shout out to Mary's Nest. She really got hit with the flu, and her husband got it too. So they are on the mend, as you probably know if you're following. But I did see on the community page that they're really turning a corner and really getting mended up. So she really thinks it has a lot to do with her home remedies, her bone broth and all of that. So give her a shout out. Tell her I said hi. She may tune in. I don't know. Who else did I want to mention? Let's see. Elkridge, Maryland. I don't think you've ever mentioned your town. That's interesting. I've never heard of that. Let's see. Diane is here. Yeah, you and me both. Diane is wishing that 2022 is better than 21. I did hear, it was a video, I think. Oh gosh, I meant to take a note, but it's something about this year is, I don't know. You're where we get paid back, or it's, I don't know. I can't describe it. But it's supposed to be better, I think. I hope so. We don't know, though. We have to be vigilant. Remember when I first started my garden channel and I said LBLs, late bloomer lessons, and number 1 was be observant, and number 2 was be vigilant. I had a number 3, but I always just repeated 1 and 2 so often that I forgot number 3. I don't remember what it was now. But that's what I've been trying to tell everybody. Be observant. I have tried to be very observant during this whole crisis and learn as much as I can. And oh, my head is exploding with all that I've learned. And Daryl too. Let's see. Lydia is here. Thank you so much. I am behind. Hold on. You didn't notice my glasses. Good. That's good. I mean, they aren't, I don't think they're any kind of, they're not stylish. You know, I kind of felt like they even look like men's glasses a little bit, you know, just this side thing. But you know what? I can see. Number 1, I can see, so that's good. And they get dark, so if you see me and I'm wearing them out, they get dark in the sun. Oh, good, Lydia. Well, I have noticed something that, and I may just have to get them tightened. I don't like them tight here over the ears because, you know, if they're just tight a little bit after hours and hours, you can get a headache. It stops circulation. There's a lot of blood vessels. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but there are a lot of blood vessels all around your ears, you know, between your skin and your skull. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Rose. Rose is complimenting my glasses. Oh, Daryl is a very pesky free thinker. That's hard to say. Pesky free thinker. Free thinker. Thanks, Haffy. Oh, only one, Gina? Only one? Let's see. Uh-oh. Somebody has been deleted. Thank you. Is it in English or just another language? Judy likes the new glasses. Right, Daryl. Do you sit down and write those jokes out in advance, or do they just roll off the top of your head? It's always interesting. Dina is here from Michigan. Tree is beautiful. You know, it still smells good and it's hardly dropped many needles. I'm going to keep it at least until the 15th. Why not? I like the way it smells. It still smells like, you know, when I raise and lower that shade, I get a waft of that wonderful pine smell. Oh my gosh, Cheryl is making rye bread, and I've never made rye bread. It seems like a specialty to me. And cabbage roll soup. Cabbage rolls that's a lot of work. One time I saw, a long time ago, I saw a YouTube video of this. You've probably seen it because it had millions of views. One of these older ladies, shall we say, with the really gnarly hands, like she's been making food her whole life and her hands are just sort of shaped like that, you know, and she was making cabbage rolls. And it was a channel where I think it was a younger woman. She could have been Vietnamese. I just really don't remember. I have no recollection, but it was like a precursor to those really prettified, I don't know how you say that word, videos of Azerbaijan or wherever they are, where they're making all these wonderful meals with the perfect cutting boards and the big cleavers and the log tables and the perfect, you know, outdoor stone oven, pizza ovens and all, you know those where they almost look like a movie set. They make them look like the people might actually live there if they had a perfect life. You know what I mean? But this was the real deal. maybe you remember it. And it was in her little hut, and she's cooking over the fire in the, I don't know, I don't remember exactly. But oh my gosh, it was a long process to make those cabbage rolls. It took a lot of effort, a lot of cooking in the big wok, and then, well, anyway, I just got a wok, so it's possible you might see me make something in the wok. Oh, Julie, thank you. Wait, this is sign language for this is sign language for applause or love, or what is this sign language for? Does anybody know sign language? I used to know a couple of oh, thank you, Slow-Mo. What is your name? Anyway, what is your name? Let's see. Catherine likes the glasses a lot. She's from Spring, Texas. Thank you so much. Judy's here from Louisiana. A refrigerator pot of soup today. Oh my goodness, that sounds good. I need to make some soup. I was going to make today, because it snowed, which you haven't seen the snow video yet. But hey, I'm only 2 days behind. I am so caught up. Right? That was New Year's Eve that I uploaded this morning. I have New Year's Day, and then I skipped the second. I don't know why. I don't know what happened, but I didn't find any clips from the second, and I shot a whole bunch on the third yesterday. So those 2 videos are coming up. Anyway, it was so light. It was the brightest you see it in my kitchen, because it was bright sun outside, and there was white on the ground reflecting a lot of light back. That's the way they do movies. If you're in a situation where you want a beautiful shot of your person, and you want the sunset behind them. Well, guess what? Without a light and without or a reflector, even if you go to the beach and you take a pic, you see all these people. They go to the beach and they put the couples, they want a picture together with a beautiful sunset. I mean, I lived in California, so I saw this all the time. And I would just sit there and watch, and they wouldn't flash the camera, and the faces would just be dark. So in a movie, obviously, you've either got to have a light, or you've got to have a big reflector. And if you have a big white reflector, and you got that sun bouncing off that reflector, it bounces back on your face, and it looks so beautiful. So that's just a little pro tip if you didn't know. Seedy Sower is here from Southern Kentucky. Fantastic. Were you anywhere near the tornado? My gosh, it was horrible. Rose is asking about the kitties stealing food, and I haven't seen that happening, because they eat so fast, and I give them an equal portion, and they all kind of finish it the same, depending on the dry food. They'll, some will keep eating it more than others, but he will sit there and polish the whole thing off if I let him. If the other 3 walk away and there's still food in the dish, I just set it up on the shelf so he can't get to it, because he'll just sit there and eat it, and then he'll just sleep all day in the garage. So, he's turning into a couch potato, and he's not even a year old. So I have to work on him. So I haven't really seen the stealing food, but and he is aggressive when he gets a piece of something, like a piece of meat or something. He starts growling at them, and they just back off. Thank you, Dina. Yes, I do, Daryl. I really, really do. Hang on. Trying to get caught up here. Linda Woody is here from sunny and warm AZ. Judy likes the new glasses. Catherine wants to, Catherine, You can mail me. You can either do PayPal or you can mail me a check. That's up to you. But underneath every video is how to mail me. I mean, how to PayPal me. And if you want to mail me a check, it's $40. My channel only gets about $5 of that because she buys the materials, she custom makes everything, she ships it, so all that is included in the $40, and she ships it directly to you. And I think my portion that she gives me is like $5. So people wonder, gosh, $40 for a mug, but guess what? They're handmade one at a time. So no factory. And she doesn't have her own kiln, so she has to rent a kiln. So that's why. So if you want to mail me a check, you can just mail me a check to Post Office Box 2358, Lebanon, Lebanon, Tennessee, 37088. I think there's only one left. I'm going to check with her. I was thinking about just having her send it to me, and I would just pay her and drop the whole thing because people aren't ordering them. It's really hard to get people to order anything now. People are, especially before the holidays. So I haven't been pushing any. I mean, I can't remember the last time I had a t-shirt sale. Anybody want to restock their t-shirts? That would be wonderful. Kaye is missing. There's another Kaye that watches me. She is missing the live. Let me tell her real quick. Okay, so let's see. I hope that answered your. Yes, so secure that mug if you really want it, Catherine. Okay. Oh, thank you, Linda. I appreciate that. She says my glasses are ladylike and attractive. We have 99 people. We are going to be over 100 in any moment, and we're only at 5:30. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're brand new to my channel, please subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. Scroll down and click all so you won't miss anything right here. I've got 2 videos already shot that are coming up. One is the storm, which I mentioned in today's video. Next day, we did have the storm. It wasn't as bad as the last storm, which the tornado touched down a mile from me on the last storm. This storm wasn't as bad, but I shot footage all that day because I said I would. And then, surprise, surprise, we had like 3 inches of snow yesterday. So the kiddies got to see their first snow, experience their first snow. So the kiddies, if you're new to my channel, I was fostering a litter of kittens, and everyone said, get them fixed, get them fixed, get them fixed. Well, I went down and had them fixed as soon as the vet would do it. And, once they recovered, which, you give them a week or 2 to recover, it's just, they almost seem like they were grown. And I just didn't think, people love to take kittens, but they don't love to take almost grown cats. So, and then I thought, well, they can't come inside, and people want to know why. Well, there's 4 reasons why they can't come inside. And that number 1 is the only reason I am willing to even pay the food and the vet bills and everything to keep those cats is so that they can keep the mice population down around here, and the moles and the voles, and hopefully the snakes, or at least the snakes won't come around because they know there's cats here. And so that means they got to be outside. Well, I also have predators, not as many as some places, but I haven't seen any coyotes around here, knock on wood. But I have seen a bobcat. That's rare, though. That was before they came. And of course, there's the possum and raccoons and, things like that, and flying predators. So they have to be able to get up a tree. Of course, a raccoon can chase them up a tree if they want to. But anyway, they got to be able to climb trees. So I can't clip them. I can't clip their nails. And I don't want them ruining my furniture. And I have a 17-year-old cat who is intolerant. She is a loner and she doesn't want any. So I just can imagine the cat fights and carrying on, and I wouldn't get any sleep. So I thought, well, I'll keep 2 and give 2 away. And then I thought, gosh, they're so much better together. You've seen them. If you've watched my videos, you see how they interact and they play, they play and they fight, and, you know, and they train themselves by all that play to be able to hunt and escape predators and all that. So I just wound up keeping them all, you know. That's what I was trying to think of, Judy. Can you elaborate on what that means? Because I could not verbalize that. What kind of trees are you putting in your chicken coop, Eunice? Collect trees. What does that mean? Are you collecting limbs of downed trees, or are you actually going to plant trees? No, you can't plant trees in your chicken coop. Oh, I see. You're just going to collect pine, downed pine trees or branches or something. Okay, so now that we have 102 people on, Daryl is informing us of something he called to tell me today. I said I would watch the video, and I did not have time. Believe it or not, I put in like 10 hours of work every single day between editing and shooting and gardening and the chores and outside, and then there's the dishes and the laundry and all of that. And so I didn't get a chance to do that. But Daryl saw on Ice Age Farmer gave an interview to what is her name though, Daryl? It's a free, informative, interesting gardening webinar at 2 p.m. Central this Saturday. And I don't know if you can post the link actually. Let's see. I do too, Eunice. I want to have an outdoor kitchen, you know. Stacy cooks out in her outdoor kitchen, but there's a roof and everything, and she's got all this room, but I don't know where it would be here. I'm on a hill. You know, I just can't. I haven't figured all that out yet. First, I've got to. Jubilee means applause. Slow-mo's name is Mary. Okay, good. Okay, good. You know, I did have the invisible ones before, and I had them for years. They didn't get dark though. And the little nose, they didn't have any wire. This has a very small wire around here. Let's see. It may just have a little, yeah, it just has a little, you know, that little nylon cord that goes around the bottom, but it does have a metal across the top. But the ones I used to have just had a plastic that attached to these things with no frame on the top. So they really were invisible. Anyway, thank you. Fantastic. By the way, everyone, we got 110 people. Is Tuesday night better than Wednesday night? I am all for changing it. You know, I used to do Sunday and Wednesday, you know, kind of even during the week, you know, from one to the other. But I dropped the one on Sunday. It was just too hard to get back and forth to Nashville and do my grocery shopping and then get here breathless, you know, running all the groceries in, throwing them in the freezer. No. And I just think it was too much anyway. There's just too much going on for everybody. So if I can get 113, fantastic, 113 people to tune in on Tuesday at 5 o'clock through this winter, let's just talk about getting through the winter, okay? And how does Tuesday night go? It's better than Wednesday. And would one of the moderators or more of the moderators see if you can see answers to that question? Because now we have 118 And I think a lot of people, especially people in the South, and I know a lot of people follow me in the South, they go to church on Wednesday night. And Scott at Black Gumbo. He's a big fan, and he's even a pastor. So he's busy. So he likes to tune into my lives occasionally. Often. I should say often. But I would love to do cooking videos outside. You do have to have some kind of thatch or something over the top. I don't know. I've got to work on all that. Okay, and let's see. Good heavens. Jack must be here. What are all these bad messages? I don't get it. I want to see what. Oh. Let's see. Yeah, that's just spam. You'll know what we're talking about, Chris, if you listen. It's that simple. Let's see. Julie, that is such good advice. Thank you so much. Julie is saying, by the way, I've picked up a couple of new patrons for my channel. If you're following any channel owners, a lot of channel owners have a Patreon where you can get support on a monthly basis from people who really love your channel and appreciate the work that you do, or I do. And so Judy and Julie, I think, have just become patrons of this channel. I'll take an applause on that. Thank you so much. Even $5 a month is great. So I think that's the minimum you can do. But thank you. Okay, I want to go back and, Marley One, did you see my message? Your message came in. Your name is not Marley One, but I saw your comment on the video, and I said, I was trying to type it, and I kept writing, "Hey, I'm in love." I was trying to say, "Hey, I'm on live," and it kept coming up, "Hey, I'm in love." I'm going, oh my gosh, I gotta get back to the chat window. Anyway, I'm glad you joined, Marley One. Linda, no, I agree. I do know that when you get a male fix, they're not so. Yeah, and plus don't forget he had the big hernia which went into his lung cavity. Lung cavity? That doesn't sound right. Chest cavity. Jenny Pennington rescued my hubby from the hospital today. The staff was great. Hubby had fallen off a ladder. Oh, he had a large goose egg above the left eye. No brain damage by the grace of God. Thank God. Hello, Jenny. Tell us where you're writing from. And we want to send a lot of love and just relief, really. Goose eggs you can deal with, concussions. My son had a concussion the first year he was at Stanford. And what an ordeal. He had severe headaches for months. Oh, and that's a long story. Anyway, thank you, Judy. Jim Taggart is here from Missouri. Hi, Jim. Let's see. Oh, I wish I had cold frames. Jack, did you build your own cold frames? And if so, can you just, in one sentence, tell us how you did it? Oh, you're in Southeast Ohio. Sorry, I'm scrolling backwards, everybody. Dina is finishing the last of her chicken noodle soup. And here's where I was before. I was trying to get back to how do you pronounce it? Auf Tour im Garten. Is it German? Have we talked about this? Garten, I think, is German. Not sure. But I'm so glad you're here. And let's see, it's Heidi. But Heidi, where are you located? Just remind us. I know you've said so many times. Let's see. Okay. Leanne needs one of my t-shirts. Yes. Happy, can you procure those links for the t-shirts? Or Leanne, you can go, I'm bad. I'm behind on that. I've been putting out so many videos. I try to remember to pin that comment underneath each video, but it's, in the comments, I try to pin that comment to each video. But if you go in the description underneath each video, you can find the links. It's bonfire.com/late-bloomer or bonfire.com/dirt-person, depending on which style you want. That would be awesome, you guys. if you got some t-shirts. In fact, they raised their prices and I didn't raise my commission, so I'm making less on each t-shirt. That's really something I need to do. I mean, I've never been great at the whole marketing thing, It's obvious. Let's see. Oh, Jeremiah Johnson was a great movie. Now, who starred in that? That wasn't Robert Redford, was it? Was that Robert Redford, Daryl? Jack is asking, how cold can cats take? Well, just look at Doug and Stacy. Their cats don't go inside. Not in the shop. He's closed that off to the cats. And I think they have a little straw bale structure that he set up. And what else did he say? You can set up a straw bale. They go under the porch. They go various places, but they don't go inside. And if you saw his video yesterday, he is breaking the ice. The ice is that thick on the water trough after one night. So, when I was thinking about where I was going to go from California, I considered Missouri. And I told Doug, I said, if there's a piece of property right beside you guys, I'll come to Missouri. But I don't want to be 10 miles away, and so I wound up coming here. So Julie is saying I should promote my Patreon more. So please, you guys, if you like what I do and you can spare $5 a month or more, please support my channel by becoming a patron, a regular patron. And I would really appreciate it. Now, many of the people, channel owners, do a lot of special things for their patrons. But as you know, I don't have time. So if you support me, just know that I am giving all of as much of myself to you guys as I possibly can. And from videos to live streams to just sharing my life and my experience here on the homestead. Let's see. One tier is for the kitties. What do you mean? I'll give them away? No. Let's see. I really appreciate that, Julie. Julie has said, I don't care if you provide anything extra. I just want to support what you do. And I really, really appreciate that. Let's see. Did we ever get to... Let me just... There we go. I don't even know if you have that. Yes, for all new viewers of my channel, Haffy, are you able to grab that season 1? Maybe I can do it faster. You may be on a mobile. I'm not sure. Let's see. Todd is suggesting that if you're new to my channel, that I should share season 1. if, you know, the way I have my homepage organized, and I know mine is organized very differently than most.
Even though both my parents grew up on a farm.
My parents
I didn't come to
grew
gardening
up on a farm. I didn't
fall.
come to gardening. I still remember that. Isn't that funny? Here is my very first episode. That's episode 1 of season 1. And when I first started, if you're new to my channel, just briefly, I was in California in a 55 to 5,700 square foot lot, which included the house, a small 2-car garage, very small. It was an old grandfathered in version, a little art studio, a paved in patio in the back, trees all around, so very little sun in the back, very tiny front yard, and the street and the parkway. And I absolutely made the most out of every spot I could grow anything. And I focused on small space gardening, where's the sun, focusing on finding the sun, and rain capture, because it never rained. And Connie, who's one of my moderators and is one of my, thank you, Haffy. Haffy gave me a super chat donation. You're free to give me a super chat donation. Yes, a portion of that goes to YouTube, but I have no control over that. But I do get some of it, and it does send a signal to YouTube that you like my channel. At any rate, I did all of that. Somebody asked me to describe my channel back when I started, and I did a lot of traveling to other people's because I was learning. I wanted to learn. One of my first forays out of my own garden was to a monarch butterfly citizen scientist in Santa Monica, and from there, I became really interested in the monarch butterfly. So I have a playlist on that, and of course, I did a lot of traveling to other gardens locally, to Northern California, to the East Coast, to the Southeast. Finally, in 2016, I went to Europe and did a tour around about 17 videos in England and 3 videos in Netherlands and 3 or 4 videos in Germany. And I never finished. There were like 2 videos that I never finished. I felt so terrible. But anyway, if you go to my homepage, you'll see how it's organized. And I have right under my vlog, I try to put every video in Kaye's vlog, just because when you open it on mobile, it's the first thing you see. And I don't want new releases, new uploads, not to be the first thing you see. So if you scroll down underneath that's live streams, and underneath that, it starts all the trips. And underneath that is season 1 through 5 of Late Bloomer. I created Late Bloomer because I'm an actor and because I had made a few short films, start to finish, writing, directing, in front of the camera, behind the camera. I was a serious photographer. I tried to put all my skills together to inspire people to grow their own food, because when I caught the bug, it was just, I never looked back. So my life changed a couple of years ago, and the house sold, and I moved to Tennessee. And someday I'll delve into all that, but I haven't bothered to yet. I've been too busy. So that's just a little background and how my channel is organized. And so I have way too many playlists, way too many. I need to do a lot of reorganization. And as Julie just pointed out, I need to clean up my Patreon. So because when I first set it up in 2016, I promised everybody I would send this and I would do that and I would do that. And I never had time. Let's see. Oh, I see, Eunice. Christmas trees. Yes. Judy, that's right. Jubilee means a year of rest, debt, forgiveness, and prosperity. By the way, we have been on for almost an hour, and I haven't pointed out the reason that I switched from tomorrow to today. First of all, I had been wanting to do it for a while anyway, or to get off of the Wednesday, because I know some of my people that really like my channel go to church on Wednesday night and they cannot tune in. They have to watch it later. And it's great for all the people that watch it later. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. But they don't get an opportunity to be in the chat and to participate in the chat. And please, if you're new to my channel, just leave your name down there. Hi, I'm from Illinois. I like what I see so far. I think I'm going to subscribe. Whatever you want to say. We just like to know who you are and where you are. And anyway, tomorrow, as this was in the national news, so I'm sure everybody knows that the FAA our current government was fighting amongst themselves. The FAA is very worried about AT&T and Verizon are going to do this huge, we're going to do this huge rollout tomorrow. And that, I don't know if I'll do it that way so you can read it. We're going to do this huge rollout tomorrow of the new technology, shall we say. Oh, that's backwards. Good grief. I can't even write. And so, I mean, I'm sure you've heard about it because it was in the news this morning that the current administration came to an agreement with Verizon and AT&T to wait 2 weeks. I don't know what waiting 2 weeks is going to do. But anyway, they're not doing it tomorrow. But that news only came out this morning. So as of last night, it was on for tomorrow. And I didn't want to try to go online and have some I don't even know if it would affect people in their homes or not. I just don't know. But if the FAA is worried about planes falling out of the sky, well, I'm a little worried about that. So and it's going to affect their altimeters, and so the FAA is very concerned about it. So we'll see what happens. So that's why I switched it. Let me see if I can catch up. Linda likes Tuesday. Yes, Judy, you're right. But I didn't know that this year it was 50. Crafty agrees about Tuesday. Oh, Daryl. Gosh, that's funny. I hate to, I'm not going to read that out loud, but it is a funny joke. And if you're watching later, and many people do watch later, and you go, gee, many people have told me, read the question that I am responding to. Well, in this case, I'm not going to, but all you have to do is just click on the live chat. Even if you're on mobile, it'll appear underneath, and it appears right where, if you've never done that, I mean, I'm sure you have, but if you haven't done that, then if you go to a live stream and you say, well, I wonder what was happening at 43 minutes and 10 seconds, you can just scroll over, and I might be going, oh, that's a funny joke. Well, you just go right to you click on the live chat, and you can see exactly what I'm referring to. Thank you. Claudia likes Tuesdays also. Let's see. Thank you, Marley One. Marley One, it's been so long since we connected that I have forgotten your name. Oh, darn it. He's one of the first people that bought my mug. I do not take offense at all, Linda. I appreciate it. And I think maybe that you're the one that I was responding to yesterday. If not, someone else had a similar comment. And I mean, for example, are you referring to like today's video? Because today's video I started editing at 7:30 and I finished at 11:30. So even though it's a little bit less structured, it still took 4 hours to put it together. Just in that simple video, there's probably 60 cuts and all sorts of sound adjustments, because every time you turn on a machine, it's way too loud for the audio track. So you got to lower that. And then if you're adding music, because I very often add music when I'm working, and I speed it up so you don't have to watch 10 minutes. That by the way, that clip, if you saw the clip today where I was trying to mulch up some leaves in the front there, but so many sticks were in there, it kept getting jammed, and it was this horrible, shrill, kind of sharp noise when the stick would go into the motor, and then I would have to bang it out, and I did that over and over and over for almost 9 minutes, and I said, screw it. Sorry. Well, I said, forget it. And so not doing it. And I was, and plus I was exhausted, I literally, when I was trying to finish up the video, the sun had already gone down. I was on the porch and I got off a couple of takes, and I could put together an outtake of all of that. I was so tired. I was doing the ending. I was going, now do this and do that. And I'm just going, I don't know what I just said. And then another one, I just said, I have to lean against the railings just to be able to stand here. My back hurts so bad. But anyway, that's real life. I mean, when you work that hard and you're not 20, you're tired. Let's see. Marley One loved the Europe tour. I wish everybody would watch that again. Those were highly produced and those were edited. Let's see. I think I edited the last, wait, did I edit those? Golly. Yes, I edited those. Yeah, I edited those. Let's see. Thank you, Gina. Loved my Monarch butterfly video. Thank you, Linda. You can grow almost anything in California, but it's interesting. Even though it's not humid, you get all the fungal diseases. It's a drag. You saw me suffer with all of that mildew. Let's see. Majestic is here, but I don't see the message. Thank you so much. Jack is complimenting the job I did at the old house. Let's see. Actually, I'm not sure that what Judy's referring to there. I better not scroll back up for another one of Daryl's jokes. Oh, Heidi is in Berlin. Berlin is the last video. No, the next to last video that when I was in Germany. I have all these little gnats. Even though I have the cider thing to catch them in there and they're catching them, and I have the sticky traps, and I have the mosquito bits. Somebody suggested that to me. I put mosquito bits in all of my potted plants, and I still have all of these gnats. And I think I just sucked one down my throat. And when I'm editing in there, they fly up my nose. It's just, I'm going, where are you coming from in my office? There's no plants in there. I don't get it. If you're asking me, Happy, who are you addressing? If you're asking me, I have seen Joe Lample's Growing a Greener World, and I am green with jealousy because that was the show I should have had. But I didn't. I wasn't lucky. The train station. Oh, Marley One is referring to the train station in the Netherlands. There was an announcement on the loudspeaker that there were thieves in the on the platforms to really be careful. And I saw them and I photographed them. And as soon as I started photographing them, they turned around so I couldn't see their face. And then when I turned my back, they were moving up closer to me. Yeah. So yeah, you gotta be careful, especially when you're traveling alone. Yeah, you've mentioned Edwin has mentioned that cat that killed the rattlesnakes many times, and it's just amazing. He lived to be 20. Gina just made the comment. I was one of the first urban gardeners on YouTube. I was, because there were no examples. You know, I challenge you to find one person that has a channel, gardening channel that started before me. I couldn't find one. I found one on Hulu. It was very boring. It was about, the episodes were about 20 minutes. And at that time, YouTube was saying shorter the better. And I had an editor, and she charged me $200 for a 3-minute video. Okay. And then everybody started, then a lot of the videos, my first video was 3 minutes long. And then, I just felt like I couldn't get enough, and I only did 2 a month. I felt like I couldn't get enough information in 3 minutes. And so they started inching up, 5, 6, 7, when it was 5 to 7 minutes, she wanted another 100, which she got, and I had equal nations. What's it called? That's not the right word. I've been out of the loop so long. Favored nations. I had favored nations. I had a sound editor. I had a picture editor, and I had a, let's see. Gosh, I'm correct. I had a composer, but I bought all the original music. I bought all outright. But that first year, I bought a number of transitional clips, and of course the jingle, and the end jingle, the beginning and the end jingle, because it was supposed to be like a TV show, and had animation, and I had an animator, and everybody, it was favored nations. Everybody got the same amount. So when she wanted more money, I had to pay everybody more money. So I was using, all of the money that I was making as an actor, I was putting into my channel. And eventually I got smart and I realized I couldn't keep doing that. But that's why the beginning, my channel from those first 5 years, from 2012 to 2016, it's actually 5 seasons, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah. That's why they look different. Ecocentric is here from Newfoundland, Jothan, and let's see. Okay, good, Judy. I'm glad. So, yes, it certainly is. In fact, if you guys want to protect yourself, let me get my hat, right? Let me think about where my hat is. It's right on the table. Hold on. Uh-oh. No, it's not. Huh. Okay, I thought it was on the table because I just had it on the table yesterday. I don't see it. My black hat, my black baseball cap. You can go to my Amazon link. I'm an Amazon affiliate for those of you who are new to my channel. My channel is an Amazon affiliate, and at no cost to you, anything you order on Amazon, if you go through my link, my channel benefits, a few cents, literally, that's about all it is. But hey, that adds up if I have a lot of people using my link. So that's amazon.com/shop/late bloomer show. And if you go there, you'll see as soon as you click on that link, you'll see the item I'm talking about. It's a black baseball cap. It's called a Faraday hat. And if you've never heard of Faraday cloth blocks EMF signal. And so it's lined inside with Faraday cloth, which it feels sort of like a rayon, if you know what rayon, or kind of a silky rayon type fabric. And you know, I even ordered a bolt of this fabric thinking I might make a cage or make something out of it to cover my electronics. I haven't done that, but I do sew, and I could do that if I had the time. I also have on there, I have an envelope for my cell phone. And it's great because it's just the side that it's like a pouch, and you slide it in your, if you wear cargo, this is a great reason to wear cargo pants, because you got a nice big pocket there. And then the Faraday cloth, your leg is here, your pants are here, the fabric is here. I mean, the envelope is here with the fabric on the back side. And then you can still get a signal, but it's not going into your skin. So these things you can get through my Amazon in the health and wellness, and also household essentials. So if you care to do that, that'd be awesome. And maybe you'll be healthier and not be too affected, because they say that so many people are suffering from headaches now. And I know we're not supposed to talk about health and all that stuff, but I have to mention it because, you know, I have to share this health information if I can. Okay, let's see. Sandra is here. Sagaz. Happy New Year from Colorado. I hope you weren't anywhere near the fires, Sandra. Welcome. And I'm just going to go, let's just make a note. I'm doing Tuesday at 5 o'clock from now on until further notice. Well, Connie's talking about before, I never did an indoor tour of my house because my house was so jam full of stuff and it was always so cluttered, and I didn't want that to be on public record on YouTube, on the internet. But when the house was all cleaned out and it was staged for sale, I did a tour. I said, this is the only time. And it was the only video I ever did. I mean, occasionally, of course, I did cooking videos, so you got to see just that little kitchen area. But I never did a tour of my house. It was always so jam-packed, full of stuff. Oh gosh. So I looked glamorous because I lost a lot of weight because of all the stress of all of that. And so thank you very much. Majestic says hi. Majestic, where are you writing from? Crafty says, hit the like button for Kaye. Thank you so much, Crafty. Edwin is leaving. Bye-bye. You know, my sound editor told me for years to do a bloopers video, but it just takes too much time. You got to say, you know, because you have to go back through files and look for moments. You know, it would take me days to make a blooper video, and then if people didn't watch it, that's just my time, you know, out the window. So that's why I haven't done it. Yeah, people might watch it, they might love it. You know, I might do a whole bloopers thing. What I should have done is, you know, back when I made just 2 a month, I would go through all the footage and I would pick out these moments. And I always had bloopers at the end because it was a show, you know, and I had bloopers, I had animation, I had jingle, I had an opening, a closing. By the way, if there are any editors out there, I need some help creating a new look for the beginning, or I'm just going to drop the whole thing. You know, Doug and others, even Justin Rhodes, I think they just start, the video just starts and there's no beginning, you know, there's no title, there's no nothing. And now that Premiere Pro has changed their software, their you know, the the titling part of Premiere Pro, they're phasing it out. The one I know how to do is already phased out. All I'm doing is copying and pasting from previous videos, and they're still allowing that to happen, but I get a warning each time. At some point, none of those titles are going to be even retrievable, I don't suppose. So I've got to learn how to create new titles on that program. And meanwhile, I really want to learn how to do a whole new operating system. So, and I want to do a lot of things. Let's see. Thank you, Linda. Jack is gone. Oh, fantastic. Ecocentric is making plant fiber twine from hemp. That's fantastic. Yeah, Lydia's saying that, yeah, I've taken on a lot for one person. I really tried to crank out, I hate to use that term, but it's true. I mean, you just crank out a lot of videos in, leading up to the end of the year. I was really trying to get my channel growth going. And, I had one of the videos I did at Daryl's, went viral, and it did really well for a while. It tapered off. And, my tragedy video got a lot of views. And I'm still getting a lot of views from my big videos, like my loofah video and all that, because new people coming to my channel, they don't know, they see my loofah video, they don't know necessarily that it's 5 years old. It's got great information in there. It's entertaining. It's like a perfect length kind of thing, and I look good. So, it's still getting a lot of traction. But, the everyday vlogs, it's a harder sell. You almost have to have some sort of very clever title to get people to click on your videos. So anyway, I was working really hard. You might have noticed I made 177 videos last year. So if there's 365 days in the year, that's like a little short of is it two? It's 2 point something videos, like another, every 2 point something days, I was making a video. And so all of the unpacking, just, my office, all of that stopped in March, and I haven't touched anything in there. And so none of that ever got unpacked upstairs. It literally, where the movers dropped the boxes off, they're still sitting there. Because I think, well, if I didn't need any of that stuff for a whole year, I don't really need any of that stuff. But how do you even sell things today? I don't know, especially out here. These are all things I have to figure out. How much to keep, how much to let go, what to do, whether I really want to start putting a whole lot of holes in the wall, hanging all my art. I have boxes and boxes and boxes of art. So yeah, it's a lot. And so I've decided that once I get caught up, which is, I've got 2 videos in the can, meaning shot, that's a movie term, in the can, because remember the old film cans? By the way, speaking of film cans, if you can ever get your hands on those old film cans, I don't have any, just the single reel film round ones. My friend Linda, she's Lebanese, and she promised for me to do a video while I was staying with her in Lubbock. She's a great cook. She's like the best cook that's a friend of mine. And she just whips meals together like it's just nothing. I mean, she makes her own pasta. She makes Lebanese bread. She just throws it together like that, Anyway, she bakes her Lebanese bread in those old film cans. So if you've got any of those laying around, you might want to try that. Where was I going with all that? So, so I think, once I get caught up, I need to take some time to kind of, get things done around here that I'm not necessarily going to be trying to cover in videos, I mean, I saw Justin Rhodes today in a video where he had a baby, his current baby, strapped to his back, like a papoose back there, or baby carrier, strapped to his back, and he was laying perforated pipe, black perforated round drain pipe, down beside in a trench down beside his. I didn't see anybody digging the trench. Obviously that had been done. And this trench was lined with plastic and gravel at the bottom. And then he was putting the black, and I was very interested in that because that's what I'm going to have to do up here. And then when he turned the corner, he didn't have perforated going across the front of it because it was to carry the water that was hitting that side of that wall and to carry it down to the creek. So that's the kind of thing. By the way, I'm just going to put this out there. If anybody is out there or knows of somebody who is very good at permaculture. Now, I did call Tom Anderson today. I left a message. Tom, if you're watching, please return my call because Tom is very good at permaculture. He doesn't live very close to me, so that's a bit, and he's older, so that's a bit of an issue. So I don't know if I can get him up here, but I need somebody to come up here and say, I mean, because obviously I could go down and get somebody to dig me a trench, but I'd just be guessing at how best to do it. And then later I might go, why did they put the trench here and not there? So if I have somebody that's got a real sense of tying things together, that's what I need here more than anything. So I'm just putting that out there. And I'm also looking for somebody to help me with just a short little opening. I mean, Mary's Nest, she literally just has this card that comes on screen with just her little flowered heart on it, Mary's Nest. And I mean, I could do something simple like that too. But anyway, those are the two asks that I'm looking for. Okay, let's see. Kaye, do you know about woofing? I don't know. Julie, can you tell me? Susan Angelo is here from Central AZ Mountains. Let's see. Hi, Susan. I think I might have already said that. Let's see. Gina says, I use Hot Shot Flying Bug Killer. For what? What were we talking about? Fly ribbon comes in a cardboard cylinder about an inch tall and can get them at dollar store or some grocery stores. Good for gnats. Fly ribbon. Oh, I know what you're talking about. What, do you just have these things dangling in your house though? I mean, I'm ready to do it in there. I every time I'm editing, I'm going like this every 5 minutes. Majestic is saying something about rosemary. I have some mosquito things. I don't know if they're still working. I'm gonna start turning them on. Sorry, Susan. I should be more specific. I don't know if they're gnats or fruit flies. They're the really, really small ones. The ones that you just by breathing in, it can go up your nose, or they fly in your eye or something. What is woofing? Patricia loves the visits to some of the botanical gardens. That's great. But it was like pulling teeth to get views on those. I worked really hard on those. The last one I did was during the lockdown. Everything was closed in LA, except for this one botanical garden at UCLA. And I went there and I shot that video. And afterwards, somebody said, "Oh, I really like it when you narrate." Well, okay. To narrate that video would have taken me another several hours. I mean, I know it doesn't seem like that, but if you want to do a clean narration, it's got to be recorded separately later. And then it has to be cut to the video. So basically you have to cut your video and then you have to write a script, which you have to research. You have to do the research. So in other words, you've got to look back at all of those little things and say, well, this is this plant, this is that plant, this is that. So it takes a few hours to write the script, and then you got to record it, and then you got to cut it into the track and make sure that the music works with the narration, lower the production audio track. So just to give you an idea of how much work is involved to put in a narration. Yes, you can walk around with your cell phone and go, hey, this is a really pretty flower. Hey, this is a really pretty tree. Yeah, you can do that. But, if you want it to be somewhat professional, that's how you have to do it. Let's see. Thank you, Gina. Tuesday it is. So what is woofing? Has anybody told me that yet? Louise is here. Leanne Millett from Idaho. I'm going to be coming to Idaho. I'm trying to come to Idaho. I just have to figure out the cat thing. Who's going to take care of my cats? Because I cannot board 5 cats. So if I can figure that out, I want to go up to Idaho and see my son. So I'm going to be in the Boise, within 30 miles of Boise. If you're in that area, we could arrange a meeting with the late bloomer and make a video. That's good. Sandra says her mom and sister were evacuated from Louisville, but back home safe. It didn't really hit Louisville. The tornado did it. Majestic is in Florida. Angie at Sunset Farm. Hello, Angie. We have 115, and now we're almost at an hour and a half. But thank you so much. We still have 114 people. So I'm going to keep going until I can't talk anymore. Hold on. Linda has to go. Let's see. No, Happy, I have not. I'm pretty sure that is over. To answer your question. Let's see. Connie says, I just set up the camera. You said can up the camera, but I have a feeling you mean set up the camera in the rooms I need to unpack, and you can watch me work. How would I title that? Just give me a great title for that. What is the hook? What is the hook? Speaking, that's such an interesting word, the hook. I am digressing, you know how I do, but I was watching this. It was a YouTube story, I guess, video. So it's really short, or it might have been TikTok. I can't remember. TikTok shared somewhere else. I don't have the TikTok app. That is China. I don't want any part of that, but a lot of people use it. So anyway, this was Michael Jackson. And whatever you want to think about Michael Jackson, that's your business. But he was talented in music. There's no question. That's unquestionable. But he was saying that when he maybe you saw this video, it's real short. He said when he created Billie Jean, he was just driving down Ventura Boulevard, which is, it's my stomping grounds. I didn't live out there, much hotter out there, but I was out there all the time for auditions because the independent casting directors had studios out there because the rent was a lot cheaper out there than it was in Hollywood. So even though I didn't live out there, we would have to go out there for auditions. So I drove down Ventura Boulevard a million times. So I could just imagine he was driving down Ventura Boulevard and he was thinking about, he wanted a song. And all he thought about was a great bass hook. Now, I'm not a musician, but that just sounds so cool to me. You know, I just want to come up with a song with a great bass hook, you know, he said. And then he just let it go. But he's driving down, and he said a couple of days later, it just hit him this, I can't do it. But the way he did it, you know, he made these sounds like, you know, the beginning of Billie Jean, where it was just like, do, 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 da, 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 you know, gives me the chills just thinking about the beginning of that song. Anyway, if you can come up with a great title, I mean, Connie, Doug told me the same thing. He said, just start unpacking a box. I mean, you'll find something in there to talk about. And then you've got a video. And I thought about doing that, but I thought, okay, you got to come up with great titles today to get people to watch that. Thank you, Deanna. She said, prioritize. I know I need to prioritize. That's correct, Jothan. If I did not make that clear, that's precisely what I want. I want someone knowledgeable about permaculture that can visit my property and or I'm, you know, if they're qualified, I'm happy to pay for that advice. Julie, what are you saying? Worldwide opportunities on organic farms. Is that the answer? I don't know what that relates to. I know, me too. I said kabuki. Oh, kombucha. I got one sip left, so I probably have to get off pretty soon. Let's see. Really, that's interesting. But do the flies, Connie said she bought fly traps that are clear, small sheets you put on a window and they're sticky. But do the flies go over there? They always seem to be flying around my face. Well, here's the shelter. Yeah, here, Julie, here's the shelter part. Yeah. I would have to be so much more organized than I am to provide a room, you know, boarding type room than I am. But I would love help. I suppose I could look it up. Let's see. Let me grab this real quick. Why, when I try to do O-N, it always comes out I-N. Okay. Let's see. Fly traps, worldwide opportunities. Is that, that must be the name of it since you've used capital letters. So I'm screenshotting that and I'll try to think about that. Okay, I'm going to have to buy some cheap wine and just have glasses sitting around. Susan says that all the fruit flies will dive bomb into it. Well, the thing is, I have one in there that is Dawn dish soap with apple cider vinegar, a little bit of water, and it has a white remember I did a video on this. Jack Davis was at my house in California, and she demonstrated this, and we made a video. I have a video showing how to make these. So go back and check that. So I have one in there, and there's a bunch of dead flies in it, but I mean, they're everywhere. Oh. Oh, I'm getting some fly ribbon. If it ends the cycle, that's the thing, is they just keep coming. Fly ribbon. Can't even write. Okay. Did anybody ever answer what woofing is? Did we ever get the answer on that? If there is, Lydia, I don't know what that is, you know. To learn a program takes so many brain cells, and I hate to admit this, but when it's harder to learn all this technology stuff when you're older. I didn't grow up with a cell phone, I was the last person to get a cell phone. Daryl is gone. Okay. Anyway, did Daryl ever tell us the name of that? So go to Ice Age Farmer's channel, and he interviewed, it's either Marjorie or Margaret. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. She's been teaching gardening forever, and she's doing a free gardening workshop at 2 p.m. Central Time this Saturday. Now, what I wanted to do was my 24-hour survival challenge without power on Saturday. Many people have told me it's not possible for them to actually unplug everything. Either they're not in control of their own power because they live in someone else's place or whatever. But what I'm going to do, and because I have a complicated setup with the backup generator and all that, I am going to turn I'm going to turn both of my heaters off. I'm going to turn all my lights, keep all my lights off. In other words, when I get up in the morning at 7 o'clock on Saturday, and I hope at least 5 of you will do this with me, I'm going to turn my heaters off. I'm going to make sure no lights are on. I am going to survive on whatever heat that is going to be your backup heat source, whatever you've figured out for your heat source, for your own setup, your own situation. In my case, I have my insert. It's not a radiant heater. It doesn't stick out, but it puts out a lot of heat. And I've got my Echo fans. If you've seen the Echo fan at Doug and Stacy sitting on her stove, I have the same one. I have 2 of them. Right now they're blowing warm air over here. So I've got all that. Plus I've got a Mr. Buddy. I'm going to do another video before Saturday just to detail all the stuff I'm going to be using. I've got a lamp, what do you call it? A coal oil lamp. Stacy has a couple of those. I just got it. Need to fill that up. And I've got a backup generator that I'm going to go through the exercise of plugging in and firing it up. It's got gas in it, but I'm firing it up. I've never done that. I'm going to go through that exercise, even though I believe if I don't open my freezers for 24 hours, everything will be fine. So whatever I'm going to eat, I'm going to get it out and put it in a, with some hard ice, ice packs. I'm going to put it in a cooler if there's anything that I need during the day that needs to stay cold. I'm going to do it that way. And it's 24 hours. It's a very short exercise, but I just want to see how I feel, emotionally. Do I feel confident? So that I'll have that experience. And when it, I think that flies in there. So when the power does go, when and if Most likely it will at some point. I mean, today my water went off. I went in to flush my toilet. No water. So things happen and we need to be prepared. So start thinking about, can you do this with me? Can you do it on some level? You don't have to do it on a complete level. Can you do it on some level? And just to test yourself. This is just a test for all of us to see where we're at emotionally, physically, and preparedness, our preparedness. How prepared are we for a short or long-term power outage? So I'm just saying without power, I'm not adding water to that right now. I just want us to do without power. So if you're on board, please leave a comment under this, and I'll also do another probably quick update video in a couple of days to remind everybody. But I would love it if I have at least 5 people. If I have 25 people, that would be awesome. So we can share the experiences. We'll share our experiences on live. Okay. Woofing is the volunteering. Okay. That's right. I think I've heard Sharon Carson, Sharon's Natural Gardens, talk about that. She's had trouble getting people to come. Claudia is gone. Have a great week. Caldwell, Idaho, 30 minutes from Boise. Yay! That's fantastic. Well, Leanne, I hope you'll keep following my channel, and I really do hope to get up there. I just have to I have to figure out if I want to take the risk to get on an airplane, to tell you the truth, because my son flies for his job, and I just if you're kind of aware of what's going on now, I saw a video of a pilot last night going, well, just look into it. It's getting kind of scary, the idea of flying. Okay, so, and you know what? If I didn't have the cats, I'd just get in my truck and drive, because I like traveling and I don't mind driving if I can break it up. So, if I went to Idaho, but then who takes care of this place? Oy. Okay, I'm just seeing. Oh, he was, right? Marley won. I mean, he was the king of pop. He was just so good, and it was just a shame about how it all ended. He destroyed his face, and it was just sad. But I mean, he was just brilliant with music. I also saw another short one. I don't know why. I guess they were just a bunch of people had dumped these on. And he was saying it was like an outtake from this interview he was trying to do, and he was looking at the director or the cameraman or whatever, says whoever was asking him the questions or going to interview him, and he was just going, "I hate touring. I do. I hate touring. I absolutely hate touring." He says, "But I'll try to make it like I like it, And then they start the take, and he goes, "I like touring," and he just broke into a laugh because he knew he was really bad at lying. So I guess, a lot of big artists like that really did not enjoy touring. Okay, Majestic is giving me a tip on maybe somewhere to go for stuff. Jeremy is joining us very late. We are running very late. We're going on to almost 2 hours. TKA Art. Okay. Yeah, I've heard about his recent videos, TKA. I haven't seen them, not interested. Oh, golly. Okay, I'm screenshotting that. Lydia is saying that the Indie Project has an app they use. Anita is also recommending the Hot Shot No Pest strip. Let's see. Yes, I have an indoor compost bucket, Susan, and it's that, but it's also I also have plants in the house, and they come out of the soil. Susan is saying workaway garden. Sherry left. Yeah, TKA Art, I'm sorry it's so late. I mean, I can't even put it away, Kaye. Great title. Put it away, Kaye. I'm writing these suggestions. I mean, I'm screenshotting these suggestions. I'm screenshotting these suggestions. Unboxings. Oh Lordy. I mean, I could do hours just opening the, because I did serious film photography or years. I had a dark room, and just like every person has a story, just like Michael. Wasn't that a great interview? I mean, I had, I hate to even try to make them down to 10 minutes because, there's so much more Michael could have revealed to us about his experience. He's a pastor. He's a songwriter. He's an urban farmer along with his wife. And they jumped right into making money on their place, making caramels out of goat milk. I mean, who knows how to do that? I don't. And so, I just love interviewing people, but at the end of the day, I have to get a lot of views. Otherwise it's, not worth it. And TKA Art, are you talking about the liquid that the bugs fly into? Yvonne is here or gone. I'm not sure. Oh, Connie's got some title ideas. I'm screenshotting that. Let's see. Okay. Wow, minus 28 centigrade. So the question is, Louise, what would you do if it did go out? Do you have your backup plan? I'm not asking you to do a simulation when it's so cold, but what is your backup plan? I hope you have one. Leanne wants me to bring her a cat. All righty. Do you have a favorite? Boy, if they heard me say that, they might not be too happy, but Anita has a good suggestion. I'm screenshotting that. William at Permapastures on YouTube does consultations. Minus 28 centigrade. I'm not sure how cold that is, but it sounds horrible, but I don't know. I don't think it's just, I just never learned my centigrade. Lydia loves my channel and me, and I appreciate that. Spicy Peach says it would get old. I'm not sure what we're talking about. Let's see. Yes, well, when I first thought about coming here, Julie, I wanted to have a retreat because a lot of women were writing me saying that, you know, they were newly alone, and I just thought, gosh, I want to do a women's retreat here. Could be men too. I mean, it really depends, but you know, you got to vet everybody, and then you got to do. I mean, I don't have a maid, and there's, you know, every time somebody would come, there'd be all this cleanup, plus all my cleanup, plus all my gardening. Yes, they would help, but yeah, I just don't know. I don't know if I can handle it. Jeremy, I haven't had any advice on planting trees. We're getting more snow. I don't think you can plant trees in the snow. If you have any advice for me, I'm all ears. Slow-mo, can you believe it? I can't either. Happy New Year, Samuel Waxman. Okay, good. Louise has a plan. Coco Ono is here, and we're just about to get off. I mean, I'm going on 2 hours here. Okay, good. Well, I'm hearing now that they're talking about trying to outlaw people with wood burning stoves. I mean, can you even imagine? I don't know if they'll get very far with that, but they've gotten very far with a lot of things. Connie, if you're asking me that question, the answer is no. Well, when I first came here, Jeremy, it was my friend who was in the tree forest service his whole life in Tennessee, said the best time to plant trees is in the fall. Well, I already missed that. There's snow on the ground, and we're getting more. So, really, Susan? Plant trees in between snows? So are you saying that I could go out and plant what about my hibiscus? You know? Because I would really like to not have to babysit that in the garage all winter. I've got the Rose of Sharon, which I never planted. The Golden Girls was a very, very, very popular show. Maybe I should pattern it after that. All right, I am caught up. Thank God for all of you. 102 of you have stayed with me. I have 100 likes. I know I had a lot more peak concurrence. That's what YouTube calls that when you tune in on a live stream. People have come and gone, but there's 103 people here. I've got 101 of these. That's awesome. If the other two could just hit that thumbs up button on your way out, I'd really appreciate it. Someone was saying the other night that they, wait, Jeremy, hang on, that they missed me singing, and I haven't sung anything in a long time. I wasn't prepared to sing anything. But if anybody has a quick request, and if it's something I know, I'll do it. Just because it's a new year. I didn't celebrate, did you? Coco, they're going to be on Tuesday nights. Tuesdays at 5. No longer on Wednesday, so spread the word. Oh, I'd love to, but I don't even know what it is. I don't know I don't know the Golden Girls theme. You've got another suggestion? I'd love to sing something for Betty. Thank you, Louise. Amazing Grace. Oh my gosh. Well, I've done that before. Let's see. I've still got 97 people. Will you guys sing Amazing Grace with me? Everybody on board? Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. There you go. That was for you, Julie. Thank you so much. That was for all of you who have stayed with me, especially big shout out to everybody that's been with me for a long time and still with me and supporting me in the ways that you are able. So thank you so much. God bless you. Keep your eyes open, your head up, lean into the fight. Never give up. Never surrender. That was one of my favorite shows. Never give up, never surrender. Remember that? Who can name that? Thank you, Julie. What's the name of that movie? It was so funny. Tim Allen and that wonderful British actor that passed away. Never give up, never surrender. Okay. All right. Take care, everybody. God bless. Have a great week. I'll see you next Tuesday at 5:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. But before that, don't forget to watch my channel. I'm going to try to do the Survival Challenge Without Power on Saturday. And don't forget that great workshop. If you're a beginning gardener, you're going to want to tune in to that workshop at 2 p.m. Central Time this Saturday. And you can get the information on the Ice Age Farmer channel. So take care. God bless. And I'll see you soon.